We're now about to go live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
89.5 WSKB.
Wow, it is Tuesday. Yes, it's November 19th, 2024, where you are. It's a new day, everyone. Bob Plass here. I am here in the studio. We've got a great show for you today. It's the Westfield on Weekend show. You can go to westfieldonweekends.com for all the Decemberfest happenings in our town. And I am here with my good friend, Peter Coles. Hi, Peter.
Morning, Bob.
Morning. Well, this is our first show since the election. And so I thought today I will respond in whatever kind way that I can. And also...
nothing has really, on our level, Bob, nothing has really changed.
Well, no.
I said that.
No.
I said that after the 2020 election. Remember that?
Oh, I remember. Yes. Yeah.
Remember,
yeah.
like, okay, so Biden won. All right. I'm not happy about it, but okay. Right?
Well, I think that this is an interesting situation where we, for months, or the campaign just seemed to go on endlessly, and both you.
This was one of the longest campaigns.
Yeah, and we were both berated by a barrage. Listen to that.
We were hammered over the head with it.
Yeah, and it was one of those things, and I think poll makers had a lot to do with this election in terms of the anxiety and the reaction to people, because it struck everybody. It came without any kind of well, I don't know. I mean, were you surprised yourself at the results? You
No, I
weren't
wasn't,
surprised.
because here's the thing. A lot of people were bludgeoned so badly for holding their views or saying who they would vote for.
Yeah.
And if it didn't toe the Communist Party line, then you were hammered about it. So a lot of people either, one, weren't honest, or just said, I'm not going to answer the question.
Right.
And so now the pollsters are getting...
on both sides.
The pollsters are getting bad data.
Yeah, and that's the hard one.
And
in a country where people are afraid to be authentic and be their authentic selves.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, you just can't express how you really feel unless you're towing the party line. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
on both sides.
Seth Moulton. Well, it's more so on one side than the other, because Seth Moulton came out this week, Democratic U.S. Congressman from Massachusetts. Saying, I got 2 daughters. I don't want men playing with my daughters in sports. And he got hammered for it by his own party.
Yeah. Well, those individual, it's interesting. Let's just separate from politics or policies, in a sense, from the fear that people have around being able to be authentic. And I think that's on both sides of the aisle, on all sides of the equation, there is this fear of I don't want you to know what I'm thinking, because I am afraid that you're going to react in a certain way, and I don't want to feel less than in any way or put down or whatever. And that trying to figure out a way to talk and to come to some kind of agreement that, look, we are where we are. Let's learn on every side of the equation from what we have just experienced, both as individual voters, as parties, as people in a world of chaos in a way.
See, the thing is here's the thing, Bob. Most people nowadays don't vote a party line. They just don't.
Wow, it's really surprising.
They
Jim
do
McGovern.
not.
Jim McGovern was on with our friends at the Fab 413 on the NPR network radio, and he was saying that, believe it or not, people voted for him, and many of his voters voted for him. He is a Democrat, but yet for the presidency voted another way.
Yeah.
And that sort of split vote is so difficult.
People are voting. It shouldn't be difficult, though. People are voting by what you accomplish, right? So if you're not accomplishing anything, then people are not going to vote for you anymore. I think they've made that pretty clear now. That if you're not going to get things done and you're going to kick the can down the road, you're going to go.
Yeah, it's an interesting. That's an interesting theory. It's
how it should be.
Yeah. There's a great podcast called The Bulwark, Bulwark. What's a bulwark?
I've heard of the word, but I don't know exactly
it?
It
has
what it
something
means.
to do with I think something on shore. The ocean goes up to the shore, and there are bulwarks that keep the water from
solid wall-like structure raised for defense. Rampart.
A rampart. The rampart's red glare.
A strong support or protection.
Oh, interesting. Well, this is it's a really interesting guy named Tim Miller. Do you know Tim Miller at all?
No.
Okay. Tim Miller was a Republican man who worked for the Republican National Committee and was really high up there or whatever. And strangely enough, he is a gay man. So, that stereotypical thing of all gay folks are Democrats and all,
That's not true.
Not true at all. And so there he is. So at any rate, he has had a lot to say around what is happening both in his party and the Democratic Party. And he sort of has it's almost like David Brooks from the New York Times, who is a sane voice in the wilderness. Both James and I really respect the thoughts and feelings of a very conservative critic of social what happens in the world. And he often offers perspectives that I really agree with. So, yes.
That's what I'm saying, Bob.
Yeah.
Most people are like that. If you're monolithic, right, in one way or the other, then, the only people I know that are monolithic are, Bernie Sanders, AOC. They're just so monolithic that they can't get out of that place that they put themselves in, right? They cannot force themselves to agree with the other side.
Well, it's
you know what I'm saying. But most people like us, say, okay, I'm a little liberal over here, and I'm a little conservative over there.
We're on the spectrum, aren't we? I mean,
most of us are centrists, and we lean certain ways on different issues. And the problem that I've found, the reason a rising star like Tulsi Gabbard, right?
Yeah.
Left the Democratic Party because she says, the party left me. I didn't leave the party. I'm still who I am. Bill Maher. The party didn't, he goes, I'm still liberal. But the party left me.
Yeah. Or someone like the woman on The View, believe it or not, what's her name, that worked for Trump, for Mike Pence. Or Anna Navarro, both of them are.
She's an anti-Trumper, though.
Well, yeah, but and what you're saying is that the idea that they have switched allegiances and changed their minds or
they felt like they've been hoodwinked by their own party.
Well, true.
Tulsi Gabbard was on the DNC. She was on the Democratic National Committee, and they drummed her out.
Wow. And
then it got worse. She was put on a terror watch list, right? She was literally put on as a political retribution. She said every time she goes through an airport, she gets thoroughly screened by the TSA because she found out somebody told her that she was put on a terror watch list as a Russian agent.
Wow.
Tulsi Gabbard?
Well,
she's not.
Well, who knows
she
where?
Is not,
yeah. but we don't want to blame a party for that so much as it probably an individual or a group or whatever. Here's an interesting thing that
You
I
don't
think.
get put on a terror
so
watch
let me
list
tell
by
you
accident.
about. So let me tell you about the Bulwark. It's you can get it on YouTube and you could subscribe. I highly recommend it. But they had Tim Miller had David Brooks on this past week because David Brooks went on has a long column in the Atlantic, which I think is a conservative magazine, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not.
No, not any longer.
No.
Used to be, I think. But at any rate, he had a long article about where America has come from and where they are, and the idea of the Ivy League leaguization, if I can make up a word, of America, that there was at one time, and that he traces the problems that we have had on both sides to this idea that you have to go to an Ivy League school, et cetera. It's a very interesting kind of theory.
And that's what, when you hear people get all pissed off about being branded elites, the elites in government, and that's what they're talking about. That's exactly what they're talking about.
Very interesting. And what he was saying, that this election was an example of where we've come in America because we have put such an emphasis on the idea that intelligence is this kind of thing. And then there are people who are intelligent, and intelligence is based on college and education and all of that. He said there's another kind of intelligence.
That's what 67% of this country don't have anything more than an associate's degree.
Yeah. And
67%.
Yeah.
That's a majority.
And when we think of the caste system in America, and I know there is one, because
Well, it's economic.
Well,
It's not racial. It's
well,
economic.
this is what he's talking about, the emotional caste system, that there are many people who want to be part of the party, whatever party it is, and that party or want to be part of the American dream, and somehow or other this idea that college or Ivy League. He cited some statistics that I couldn't believe, that the people running America that are really based on 5 institutions, Ivy League institutions. They've all seemed to come from there.
But again, so let's flip that around. The cabinet being nominated, most of them are not from these institutions, and people are ridiculing them.
No, I know.
Why?
I know.
Hey, you guys have tried it your way for the past, 100 years?
Right.
Okay, your way's not working because things are just getting worse.
Well, the disruption is
that has to happen though. Either it's going to be an institutional disruption, or it's going to be a civil war. Which would you rather have?
Yeah,
I'd rather have an institutional disruption and reform the federal government and say, you know what? Here's the thing, that even the jobs report that came out, right? Mm-hmm. We were up 18,000 jobs, but if you take that, it was 12,000 jobs in the last report, right?
Right.
If you take the government jobs out of that equation, we were down 28,000 private sector jobs.
Oh, interesting.
So the government is too big.
Okay.
If that's the biggest employer.
Oh, I get it. One of the interesting things that he said was very, I thought, wise, and I heard this on even The View, which I know sometimes, in my grief over the last 2 weeks, I needed to have somebody say, to be with my ilk or whatever. So The View.
You want to hear your echo chamber.
Yeah. No, we all want to be in an echo chamber.
Let's just say,
we all do.
These people leaving for this new social media app, it strikes me as funny because when everybody left for Truth Social and Rumble and all that kind of stuff,
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is it?
They're competing apps like Twitter.
Uh-huh.
So there's now Blue Sky, which is a competitor to Twitter, right?
Oh.
Which I have no problem with, right? But people were ridiculed for leaving when Twitter was Twitter and they were censoring conservative voices, people left to go to Truth Social, and they're ridiculed. Oh, that's a stupid thing over there. Blah 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 blah. Now, people feel like people on the left hand side of the column feel like they're being censored or they're getting too much whatever crap they want to throw out there.
Well, let's not. Well, let's.
But whatever they want to do, they're leaving X, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And so nobody on the right is ridiculing them for going to Blue Sky. That's your choice.
Oh, well,
And they're not.
You
They're just
said
like, yeah,
something
whatever.
really interesting because I think that this is where we need to be. When people make choices about their grief or where they are with what happened in America, whether you like it or not, whatever those choices are, we want to infuse kindness in those choices and allow people their journey as they deal with this situation. And this is for both the Republican side and the Democratic side, that the idea, and in the independent side, that is trying to make sense out of the whole thing. And so you, in these 2 weeks, and we're not. I said 2 weeks since the election. Today, I guess it's 2 weeks from the election. Yep. Yeah, that during these 2 weeks, we've all had either joy or grief.
See, I held neither.
Okay, neither.
For me, it was just okay. We had I don't.
Or
invest,
government
like,
as usual.
Like I didn't. No, well, no, I didn't even invest a high or a low into that. It's okay. So the regime changed, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but the same thing is I don't get too high or too low with a sports team. It's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
If I let my life be regimented by that type of thing, then my priorities aren't straight.
Well, I think, maybe they are. No, I'm not saying you, but maybe they aren't for a lot of people. And I think that sometimes...
I saw that with people shaving off their heads and things like that.
Well, listen to this. I think that the idea of this election could go... What's the positive thing? The positive thing for me is maybe that we begin to look at America in a way that is realistic, and really sets things. Now,
please tell that to the politicians because they haven't.
Yeah,
and they're doubling down on what didn't get them elected. And that blows
my
mind.
No. Well,
that blows my mind.
We also have 2 weeks, and let's face it. They have microphones in their faces.
That's their job.
Yeah, I know. So they have to say something. And it is one of those interesting things that in this world of uncertainty, and we're right in the middle of uncertainty on both sides of the aisle. David Brooks says this. He said, I was hopeful when Mario Rubio, no, what's his name? Rubio. Senator Mario, is it Mario?
Marco
Rubio. I knew that. Senator Marco Rubio was given his position. He felt really good about that. He felt really good about Susie Wiles. And then he said, oh my gosh, I started to get a little nervous, et cetera, et cetera. And he has a right to get nervous. Anybody has a right to get nervous or get excited, but we have to recognize that we've got to infuse kindness. Now, I want to just...
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think, and I'm just taking your read on this, what do you think about Pete Hegseth?
I really worry that about a couple of things. I don't...
why?
He's got a tattoo that is... that has real resonance, and a couple of tattoos. I worry about his inability to get things done as and not have ever run a government office. Have you read his book? No, of course not. But I would be glad to research it.
It's called The War on Warriors.
Yeah.
And it talks about it. He was targeted, right?
Well, targeting
was targeted.
is all based on.
He had orders. He had orders to go to the Capitol. By the way, this is a SpaceX launch coming up.
Oh, gosh.
It's launching an Indian communications satellite, believe it or not.
Oh, my God.
Because their rockets aren't quite big enough to do this job, so they turned to SpaceX. This will be the third launch in 24 hours.
Oh, my gosh, and they're going there. Look at this. So that'll be
So
on
we'll
the
have that-
screen for everybody
Yeah, we have that on the
while
screen.
we have our discussion.
So we can multitask.
Yes, we can multi.
So his big thing is he was, I believe, a major. He served 3 tours
Right,
abroad.
I know.
2 Bronze Stars.
Right.
He was educated at Princeton and Harvard, so
Right.
he's an Ivy Leaguer.
I
so,
know.
So there's that part of it.
Yeah.
But listening to him, I'll send you a link for an interview he did with a special operations guy that has since retired.
Gotcha.
Named Sean Ryan. Did an hour and a half interview, and you and I both know in an hour and a half you can't hide. Who you really are comes out in an hour and a half, right?
Yeah,
You
well,
just
I'd
can't
be
hide.
glad to listen to it. But what I want to say, I want to sort of keep the conversation general in a way, because I think what we're talking is general stuff, and I like where we are with this, Pete. What I would say is that we want to, as the military folks, adjust to the thought that the man that is in charge is Mr. Hex. How do you say his name?
Hegseth.
Hegseth. Okay, as they do that, let's give them space and grace.
Well, I mean,
and on both sides.
He hasn't been confirmed yet.
No,
He'd have to be confirmed.
let's watch the vetting of that. And
I just
and
think that
see.
they're trying to, all these institutions that have become so bureaucratic and institutionalized and very monolithic is the word I want to use.
Well, I think that
Time to shake things up.
Well, okay. And I say this is that we want to look realistically and and with some hope and some fear and some uncertainty, to be able to live with uncertainty for a while. I think we're going to have to do that. But can we let's take a quick break. Let's play Peggy Lee. I think I played the song last week, but I think it's appropriate. It's a good day from morning to night. When we think about we're alive and we are alive today, this is a good song for that.
Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything be wrong? A good day from morning till night. And it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. A good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. You know you gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. And you got the right of way, 'cause it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away the pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. curing your ills, and it's a good day for paying your bills. So take a deep breath and throw away the pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day from morning till night.
The team is tracking no issues on the rocket at this time. And there we just heard that call out. Stage 2 LOX loading is
Support
complete,
for
which
community
will
radio
wrap up
on
current loading on the
WSKB
vehicle.
is provided by
That began
Betts
at
Plumbing
around
and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning.
From 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show.
Right here on WSKB 89.5.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday where you are, November 19th, 2024, and counting.
great news there.
And
Falcon 9
you'll
has
see
just
that
entered
there is
startup
a rocket on our screen.
countdown.
Peter, where is that rocket going?
That is going to the inclination 55 degrees east geostationary
And there we
orbit.
just heard our go for launch,
It's
go for
over.
launch
It
from our
would
launch
be
director.
basically
So let's
over the
listen
coast
in as
of
we lift off Falcon
India.
9.
And
It's an Indian satellite. It's the country of India.
And so it's
Communication satellite.
So this is a satellite the Indian government is putting up.
Correct. Yes, they built it. It was originally supposed to go on one of their craft, but it's 700 kilograms over their weight limit for their rockets.
Right.
Then the backup was Ariane Space, but they're booked, so they went to a Falcon 9, which is very reliable.
Gotcha.
Very reliable ride into space.
Wow. When is their launch scheduled to actually happen? Like a half hour from now? or
No, in
something?
about 3 seconds.
Oh, about 3 seconds. One blast off. Oh my God! Look at this. So for you guys on the radio, we got this
They can hear
huge
some of the
mother
audio.
going up.
Yep.
Into space. Listen to this. This beautiful. Wow. There's no one in this, right? It's
No, this is just a
satellite.
communication satellite.
Oh, okay. Look at that. It's amazing what men can do when they work together.
Well, this is a busy time for SpaceX. 3
T plus
launches
30
in 24
seconds into
hours.
flight,
Wow.
So
Falcon
all
9
3 of
has
their launch
successfully
pads, so the
lifted off
Kennedy
from
Space Center
Launch Complex
39A,
40 at
that
Cape
was Slick
Canaveral
40,
Space Force Station,
Right.
carrying
and the
There-
space
for
station,
those
and
on
they
the
launched
satellite.
yeah.
from Vandenberg.
Okay,
Now,
so
during
we're
here, we will
watching.
press
It
the
looks like we're
On board.
on
We will
board
tilt or
watching
gimbal
it
the
go
engines,
down
and this will
from
turn the
Earth
rocket horizontal
now.
Going up
in a
from
maneuver
Earth,
known
yeah.
as a gravity
yeah.
turn.
Oh my God! Come
That's
Now we're still
that's
going
for
up, as
looking
you can
down
see
the
in that
first
telemetry
stage
in the
towards
bottom
the
left
grid
side of your
fins, which
screen.
help fly the
But we're
first
also
stage
heading
back to the ground
horizontally
ship
away from
Wow.
the launch
and land
pad.
it. So
now at
this is a
supersonic
reused
speed.
booster.
So then will
We should be
this
throttling the engines
this
down soon in
machine then
preparation
come
for
back to
max
Earth
Q
and
or
use
The
maximum
first
aerodynamic
stage will,
pressure.
yes.
and they can use it again?
Yeah, most
There
of
we
them
go. We
have
just heard
flown
that call out. This is a critical
over
moment
10
during
flights.
flight because the combined
well over
stresses
10 flights.
caused
I don't know
by
how many this
Falcon
booster
9
has on it.
accelerating through the
There's a
atmosphere
couple
and
of web
ambient
pages
static
out there
pressure are
that,
at their
based on the
greatest.
booster number,
Right.
they
Now, the
keep
rocket
records of it.
typically
I
needs
think
to go
they've
about
flown one as many as 20 times.
17,500 miles per hour
Amazing.
horizontally in order to
Amazing.
avoid being pulled back down.
And
to
does
But
Earth.
they're almost
does the
they're almost as
government-
reliable as a jet
You can
plane.
track
now.
our
Does
progress
the
to
Indian
orbit
government
by keeping an eye on that
pay
Yes.
stage 1
SpaceX for
telemetry
this? Is that
Yep.
how
on
it
the bottom
works?
left
Yep.
side of your screen.
Okay, got it.
And
We just
they're
heard we're
they're
starting the
almost half as
Essential
cheap
on the
as
MVAC
like the
engine.
competition.
And we are coming up
Oh,
on
Because
a
they keep
series of
reflying
events.
boosters.
Those
Yeah.
are
The
main
main
engine
cost
cutoff, or
is
MECO,
producing a new
followed by
booster.
stage
But if you
separation,
can refly it
second
multiple
engine start
times, then the
one,
majority
or
of your
SES
cost is
one,
in the first
and then
production.
following that is
I got it.
fairing separation.
Refurbishing everything and replacing engine
During
parts, things
MECO,
like that,
we do
doesn't
shut
cost a
down
heck
those
of a lot.
9 M1D engines.
can I
Look
ask-
at the
And then
curvature of
following
the
that,
Earth
we
behind it.
separate
Oh
the
yeah,
first
you
stage
can
and
now
second
see
stage.
for anybody that
separated from
wants
the
to
second
see this,
stage,
you
the
can.
booster
We're
will flip its
archived on
orientation
YouTube, of course,
and begin heading
afterward.
back to Earth.
But
And
if
simultaneously,
somebody
second
wanted to
stage
see this
MVAC
on
engine
their
will
own,
ignite.
where do they go?
Following that
This would
quickly
be
will
from the
be a
Kennedy
fairing
Space Center, so you
separation.
could. Well, this is from Florida, so
So we should be coming
if
up
you
on
were in
MECO
Cocoa
in
Beach,
just a few seconds here.
or Merritt Island, or the Kennedy Cape Kennedy
that.
Space Center,
Right,
there's a national park just to the north of the launch pads.
right.
That's a great place to view it from. The
Main
Cocoa
engine
Beach
cutoff.
Pier would be a good place to
But
view it
if you wanted to see it online again or something, where do you go?
SpaceX now broadcasts all their videos on X.com.
X.com, and you put SpaceX videos or
Yep,
what?
SpaceX videos, yep.
Okay.
So all three of the launches, the last, this will be the third.
Yeah.
All three launches were successful.
Starting
this
with
one so far is successful.
Right.
Getting some great views of both stages in flight right now. You can see the first stage on the left side.
But they used to do this big long broadcast before, and
the second stage on the right side.
Now they come up about 10 minutes before they launch.
Wow.
And they only broadcast about
separation
right after separation, like stage separation, like that.
Yes, they just separated.
That's the fairing half. So now you're seeing the satellite exposed to the vacuum
and
of
there
space.
we go. Great
They don't
news.
need
Just
that
saw those two
covering
fairing halves
anymore.
separate.
So there is
Our
this
payload,
blackness. That's
N2
space.
is now
Okay.
exposed to the vacuum
So
of
you're looking at the
space,
second stage. The
heading
first stage
towards
is flying
its
back to
intended orbit.
the drone ship for recovery.
Now we're just at about T plus.
The second stage is not recoverable. So there's the split. So you can see the first stage drifting.
We expect to have some
the
great
grid friends
views
are
of the
out,
first stage entry burn.
and what they're doing
Now
is
for this entry burn,
it's
we
kind
do
of
light
now
3 of the
orienting
M1D
itself to
engines
drop
on
like a
the
rock.
first stage, and
And it's going to do two landing, one entry burn to slow it down a little bit, and then one landing burn to make it so it's at zero. Its vertical speed will be at zero as soon as it touches the deck.
So the gravity pulls it to Earth.
Yeah, it's like
and then they reverse the engine or they slow it down by.
They go in tail first.
They go in tail first. Okay.
They go in tail
We'll
first.
leave that alone.
They go in tail first,
Yeah.
and so
During this entry burn,
now they can use that
Falcon 9
thrust from the engines
decelerating
to slow the
by
booster down a
firing
little
its
bit.
Merlin
Wow.
engines,
And then as it
but
gets
we are
further
still
down the
moving
atmosphere,
very
those grid
fast.
fins that you see
And this causes the
actually are
vehicle
able to
fly
steer it.
through Merlin's exhaust gases.
How long does
also
this
sometimes
process
called
all
the rocket's
told to
plume.
take?
And this will deposit
the
a layer
landing
of
about
soot
8
on the
minutes.
vehicle's
About
surface.
8 minutes.
Imagine that though, 8
Flight
minutes
proven
later,
vehicles look so toasty.
things already back on the ground. I think the upper stage has got a couple of burns because it's got to put it into geostationary orbit.
Yeah.
Which
Of
is a
course,
very
that
high
soot
orbit.
comes from the
So
carbon-based
it'll
fuel
probably
that
do a
Falcon
couple
9
burns to get
uses.
it enough energy to get it up into the orbit. So they'll probably cut it off after the landing.
Yeah.
They'll probably cut the feed off after that.
I just had this flashback to 1959, believe it or not.
And
when
we
I
are
was
coming
in-
up
in
on
that-
that entry
Mercury
burn
Redstone?
in just
was it
about a
Alan
minute
Shepard?
now.
Yeah, Mercury Redstone.
Yeah, and I was in my math class at Cathedral High School, and we were listening because you couldn't
noticed in
see
the
it,
first
of
stage
course.
telemetry
But
on the
we
bottom
were
left side of your
no, maybe
screen,
you could see
our
it. Was it on
altitude
TV or
is
something?
now
I don't know.
decreasing
But
while our speed
we were
is
listening
increasing.
to Alan Shepard
Gravity
go up
has
what
taken
50
over,
miles
and
or
the vehicle
something.
is
Those
now
vehicles are
Yeah.
And I'm
nominal.
watching this and I'm thinking, wow, we've come a long way, baby. Yeah, amazing. That now we are away. The Earth seems to be on the left. No, now it's on the right. Okay, got it. So
Yeah, they're showing the split of both stages.
Space
I
here
see.
on
So
both
now that things in
stages.
orientation, so as soon as they fire the boosters to slow it down,
right.
you can actually see the speeds of that too.
Oh,
Again, coming
my
up on that
gosh,
entry
look
burn
at that.
in just around
Wow.
20 seconds on
Wow.
the first stage.
How long?
You
How
can see
much
the
longer do
vehicle
you
is
think we
now
have? I see
positioned.
Jessica Martin is our guest today, and she's coming.
We can
she's
fade it out.
Zooming in. She's at the window there trying to get in, Peter. Oh God, amazing! I'm glad we're on the ground floor. At any rate, okay. So how long? How much longer for this do you think? Oh, there we go. It looks like there's some kind of.
So this is the entry burn.
Oh, okay. So there.
So if you were at nighttime, when you're at nighttime, you can actually see this stuff. So when we were on the cruise ship, we
Yeah.
could actually see that entry burn happening. It was so high up, and it was so high up that we could actually see it happening
Wow.
from the
Amazing.
cruise ship.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. Wowie, wowie. Jessica's hands are right below that.
I know,
See that?
I'm gonna
Yes, here
unkey it.
Yeah. Ah, there she is. Hey, we've been watching this incredible flight. Have you ever seen a aircraft, a space
Rocket.
rocket ever go up? Have you? No.
Not in real life, only
Not-
on the films and the television.
Oh,
you know.
television. Okay.
Only on the
Oh,
clips.
you have to go see
Only on the
one.
clips that Peter shows me.
Only
That's
on
what
the
I say.
clips that Peter shows.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. So, Peter, keep an eye on that. If there's anything, let us know. But Jessica Martin, we've had a really pretty interesting discussion this morning about we haven't seen you since the election.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There was an election.
There was
We're
an
not going to
election.
talk about the election,
Well, we
are
did.
we?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Bob and I do because
Well,
we can.
Well,
we can.
you cannot. It's
You,
like
you
how
guys
do you,
are a good example of how other Americans should be able to talk to each other about the election.
Oh my gosh. I had an experience this weekend, Peter. This is what I wanted to tell you, that I had two experiences last week, and I want to ask everyone, as people on either side either celebrate or grieve or
By the way, Bob, as
or
you-
be apathetic.
As
okay?
you're watching it,
Oh, look
at
at
it falling like a rock.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay, so this thing.
Landing burn.
Oh, before. Okay, so like me, the day after the election, it's fallen like a rock.
There's the postage stamp that is the barge.
What is that?
That's with the landing zone.
Oh, that's the landing zone. So we're watching this thing go into a landing zone.
Yeah, watch that.
Oh my aching back! Holy
Touchdown.
mother! Touchdown!
crazy.
Isn't
Like
it
magic.
amazing?
That's dead on too. That's right in the middle of the X.
My God!
Bullseye,
When I was
yeah.
17, I was saying I was watching
Oh,
Alan
you can even
Shepard
see
go
the
around the Earth, like 50. Well, how many miles up was it, Peter? 50 miles up. It was
Yeah,
some, it was
100 miles
how
is
many-
achieving orbit.
Yeah, yeah. And we were so amazed that here we have a man circling the Earth beyond the atmosphere that we know.
Yeah.
And to see this now, here I am in the golden age of my life. Amazing.
It's crazy how much has happened in our lifetimes.
Crazy.
Sure.
So at any rate, let me tell you what I want to encourage everyone to take a breather and allow folks to deal with the election in whatever way they are dealing with it, as long as there's no gloating and no blaming, and on a personal level.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm driving down Route 20 this weekend, and it was this Saturday, a week and a half after the election, and there are all
I
these.
saw that.
Did you see those signs?
I drove through that and I thought to myself, this is unusual.
Would you explain what you saw?
So right at what are those two roads? It's Route
Little
20.
River
and
Road.
It's Little River Road
Yeah.
and Route 20.
Yeah.
So on the corner. And where was I coming from or going to? I was showing houses in Westfield.
Yeah.
So I must have been coming from Connecticut, probably Granby or Suffield. And I drove through that way and I was making a right.
Yeah.
So I looked left and
Yeah.
just saw a crowd of people, and everyone had like Trump won signs and
With that,
banners
"We won,"
and
and
flags
banners and
just
waving
were
and
on
stuff.
the corner waving.
Okay, well,
and
I
I
got-
and
yeah.
I chuckled because I always it brings me joy when people feel so strongly about something that they're willing to stand outside and wave a flag. Like, I don't even care what the subject is. I just always find joy in the idea that, wow, you love that thing so much
Oh,
that
that's
you're
a good
willing
way
to
to do it.
stand outside and let everybody know how you feel about it.
Look,
So
almost 2 weeks after the election.
yeah, so I always find that funny. And there was
They've
also-
been in the end zone, dancing in the end zone for a week and a half.
Yeah, that was the only that was actually the first and only display like that I did see. So
let me
that's
see
it
you-
surprised
Let me
me.
tell you what happened. I got stuck at the light.
Your hand is very
Yeah,
cold.
well, that's my low blood pressure.
Oh,
all right,
Bob,
send
okay.
money. So I'm standing there at the light, and I looked over, and I said, no, I didn't go. I didn't have your very
of
generous,
course, yes.
kind
Well, because
response.
you feel very strongly about something else.
Yeah.
So of course.
But there was a man with a bullhorn there, and he was saying, honk, et cetera, if you whatever. And so there were some cars that were honking, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't 10. I don't know.
88,
All right, so
88 million.
So
was
what
the number?
I said, I have to respond in my own inimitable way, and it wasn't the finger. It was just a down sign.
Yeah.
And a man there looked at me, and he put a make-believe gun to his head, and he shot.
Yeah.
And then the woman next to him started screaming at me, BS, and with the full word, BS, blah, 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 blah. And they were yelling at me and berating me.
Terrible.
And I thought, that's not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. And I said, and I've been thinking about, what I need to do for a safety net, which I think we all, in our own ways, have to respond. And you have to understand that people are going to respond in whatever way, whether it's... I have two friends that are LGBTQIA plus folks who have land in Costa Rica. They left this weekend. Okay, so I'm not going to judge.
I'm not going to judge, but that's fear porn.
Yeah. Well,
that's the 4 years of fear, and that's so. If this guy truly was Hitler, why did Biden welcome into the the White House?
Well, okay, but wait a minute.
And that's because it's a load of crap.
Okay, but on the other hand, when somebody makes a choice, we've got to respect.
Yeah, then that's
that
fine.
choice.
You can go wherever you want. Like I know people personally, during his first term, left and went to New Zealand. Right. We know who that is.
Oh no, I know absolutely.
And so they made that choice, but
what?
What really changed here in this country over the first 4 years of his term? Not a whole heck of a lot.
Well,
what changed? What changed in the next 4 years?
But
a good amount, but it's still not a lot.
But for some of us, we're very fearful. Did you want to say something? You look like you got a thought there.
I'm not. I was just going to comment on the fact that you did a thumbs down symbol and people got outrageous about it. I feel like that is bad people, and that bad people exist on both sides of this thing. So that's been my problem the whole time, is everyone feels so strongly and takes it so personally that, again, I just have a chuckle and drive away. No one's ever going to know how I feel really, or how I vote really, because I'm not interested in aligning myself with either party, because everyone acts crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jessica.
Yeah,
honestly,
so I think it's nuts.
So I would have went up to that. I would have went up to that standout, and I would have said, like I do, I would have just waved.
Well, yeah, why can't you just keep smiling and waving even when someone gives a thumbs down? And why can't Bob not give a thumbs down? Why can't Bob just drive and not react?
Correct, yeah.
Right.
So it's all about being human and engaging.
Yeah. And the guy with the bullhorn was actually disrupting traffic. I drove by later, and the tents were still there, but there was no one there. And I thought to myself, I wonder if the police went and said, you can't do this because you're disrupting and maybe making people so angry or frustrated or happy that they missed the light or whatever.
I've found it all just to be a fascinating study of humanity, the way that people have acted around the subject, because it's no reason to be fighting with your friends, family, and neighbors, and people are talking about not seeing their families on Thanksgiving.
Did you see that on the Reed show?
No.
That she had a person. Now, Bob, you'll appreciate this. Is a fellow in psychology, but is not allowed to practice without a supervising psychologist because she doesn't have a licensure yet.
Sure,
right?
you can't do that without supervision.
This person came out on Joy Reid's show and saying, if you have Republicans in your family, maybe you shouldn't have go to Thanksgiving dinner with them. And I'm like,
so crazy.
You can't even practice yet, and you're saying this on a national talk show. What is wrong with you?
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh, listen.
They actually said that. So isolate yourself even further.
Yeah.
No, it's
or not
so
try
true.
to remember the reasons that you all love each other, where this thing that really has nothing to do with your relationship with another human.
Hey, my sister and my brother-in-law voted for Trump.
But with an
my
epidemic,
brother voted for Trump.
Right, Bob, there's an epidemic right now.
How does that affect your family and your love for your siblings?
I had about 3 days of anger.
Okay.
And my sister did not. I wrote her a note and I said, please just give me some time to grieve, Carol.
Yeah.
And then we'll be in touch. And so she later in the week, she's having a medical thing happening, and I wrote her and responded, and we got beyond it.
Okay.
We got beyond it, and I started to think, the health of my sister is much more important than her political view,
of course,
or her. I can move her a little bit toward me. I can move the brother toward me. I can move. Maybe I don't think my brother is going to move. He's like an 80-year-old like me. He's twin.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
He's your opposite half.
Him. Yeah, really. There's no moving there. But to at least have the conversation. Mika and Joe on Morning Joe this morning. It's all the talk. Okay. They had said they want Donald Trump to come on their show. They went to Mar-a-Lago to talk to Trump. now to set the pace. And people were going on The View this morning about, well, that's not so good or whatever.
Trump invited them down there and they went. Good for them.
Yeah, and good for that we have the opportunity to have a discussion with the leader and or anybody, so that we're not ever and we got to stop doing this. We got to have a media that presents it in a way that is crazy. Not preaching or we want balance.
Yes.
And we don't want balance that is really not balanced, and they're called balance. And on both sides, we got to find that way. At any rate,
the media consumer needs to differentiate between news and opinion.
Yeah.
Yes.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
November 20th is my 79th birthday.
Wednesday
I'm
is
entering my
Bob's
80th
birthday.
year. Huh?
I said Wednesday is Bob's birthday. It's so exciting.
You got to send me money?
Oh, is money what you want this year?
No.
Okay. I thought I was going to get you the same thing I get you every year. I thought you liked those spankings.
Yes! Spanks! You got it wrong.
Jessica wins the morning.
I want spanks.
Jessica wins the morning.
No, spanks to wear, not spanking.
I thought you were going to pay me this year for the spankings.
Oh my God, we don't live in Whip City for nothing, folks.
Hey, Bob, should we be playing Born to Be Alive or something?
Yeah, no. I want to, so I said, I want to play a song that I love. Back in 1969, believe it or not, it's the height of the Vietnam War. I was in a store in Harvard Square, believe it or not. I wasn't going to Harvard, incidentally. I was a waiter, and I was in Harvard Square, and I heard this song in this, like, Spencer's Gifts or something, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I can remember
sure,
this.
Yeah.
Okay. And this song just got me, and it was Gordon Lightfoot from Canada singing "Wherefore or the Why" or "Wherefore or Why," and just think about this song and see it's about when we question where we are, there is a way to sort of ground ourselves, and that's in maybe nature and the morning sun. Here it is.
When I woke this morning, something inside of me told me this would be my day. I heard the morning train, I felt the wind change. Too many times I'm on my way. Come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, brothers forsake me, the rain can touch me, can I touch the rain? And then I saw the sunrise above a cotton sky, like a candy light. I saw the milkman, I saw the businessman, I saw the only road in sight. Then I got to thinking, what makes you want to go? To know the wherefore and the why. So many times now, oh Lord, I can't remember if it's September or July. Come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, brothers forsake me, the rain can touch me, can I touch the rain? Then all at once it came to me, I saw the wherefore, and you can see it if you try. It's in the sun above, it's in the one you love. You'll never know the reason why. Well, come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, brothers forsake me, the rain can touch me, but can I touch the rain? So much to lose, so much to gain.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, November 19th, 2024, and counting. I am here with the fabulous Jessica Martin. We didn't even announce you. We just assumed that you were there.
Right in,
yeah. Hey, look at this. Nate Sperry is coming in.
Mr. Sperry.
Yeah. Hi.
A quick hug and run. I like that.
That was a hugger.
That's the kind of
phantom
attention
hugger.
we need. Yes, that's the attention we need in the world. More hugs and less yelling at your relatives about the election, right?
God. Oh my God, help me. Yeah. So at any rate, I really sort of just want to urge everyone, we'll just put a button on this one, just urge you to inject some kindness and understanding wherever anyone is. Allow them to be on their journey. And you know that the universe provides in one way or another, and it leads us to where we're supposed to be. Which brings me to Jessica Martin. Jessica Martin Realty.
That's me, yes.
Jessica Martin Hives. No, that sounds like
the Martin Hives.
Your husband at home scratching and going, "Oh God, I got it."
It still sounds itchy, but yes, the martinhives.com and jessicamartinrealty.com are two places you can find me on the web.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yes.
It's been. We'll talk briefly about. Today is. It's International Fraud Awareness Week.
Fraud awareness, got it.
Yeah. Fraud and rental.
Oh.
Realty.
Yes.
Can you help us with that? Is there such a thing?
You actually nailed it by saying the word rental in front of realty, whether that was intended or not. Yes, one of the biggest scams. We have two going, but the bigger one is the rental one. And one that's very popular right now is people fake selling land. So they call you and tell you they have a blank piece of land. So they found an empty parcel on the town property records, and then they call you and tell you that they're the owner, and they give the correct owner's name because they've seen the property card, and then they want you to put up, a sign on the property and sell the property. And I have heard that a couple of these things have gotten all the way to the closing table before they realized what was going on. Yeah, with a false owner almost getting paid. So that's one. The other one is the rental thing. When you see rentals on social media and or Craigslist or somewhere classifieds being advertised, and the house is also available for sale, like on a Zillow or something, that's another scam where the rentals are just so scarce, nice ones. People will look at houses that are for sale and then post their own advertisement as for rent, and then they'll say things like, just Venmo me the deposit and I'll get you the keys. And people are falling for that as well, so it's unfortunate. But it's
been a big problem in vacation rentals for a while now.
Yep.
Oh, we're vacation rentals.
Yeah, especially with all this digital money and regular rentals locally now too. But yeah, when you can just fire off some digital money to someone's app and then they receive it before you can even.
So how do you know? And what is that thing that you can do not or you should never do? You should
never send anyone money unless you know who they are. Never send.
And when you say know who you are, well, they emailed me and said who they are.
No, a real person. Yeah. And especially in real estate, you can contact a real estate professional or someone else. Like, again, if the house is for sale, the person who's selling the house, the listing agent, their information would be available online. It's a very easy phone call to call the listed real estate professional and say, hey, I saw this house for rent on Craigslist. Is it also for rent? And that person will likely say, no, it is not for rent. That is a scam. We'll see what we can do about it.
Would you go on Zillow and check it out on Zillow as well before so that
you can look for it in another place. You can try to reach out to, the phone number that's attached. see who it is. But again, there's so many of us real estate professionals out there.
No.
Everybody knows one. So if you're in the market to rent something,
everybody knows one.
But it's easy to just call and say, "Hey, Jessica, I'm thinking about renting this house. Is this a real listing?" It takes me 2 seconds to figure that out. Yes,
so if
real,
you have a
real.
real estate professional in your life,
Yeah,
or some friend of yours knows
Yes,
somebody,
always
do
good to
that.
run it by them. Yes, because it's very, very easy for us to spot it. But if you're just thinking, "I want to get that rental so bad, I'm just going to Venmo $500 to this random phone number," absolutely under no circumstance should anyone ever do that.
You
No.
should never
send
money to anybody that you can't shake their hand.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you
But
need to
then
do a lot of
again-
research about that.
But then again, I'm in a different state and I'm trying to buy something.
Yep.
Or rent something.
Sure.
And that's way beyond me. How do
Again, from another state, I don't want to be this broken record of a person constantly selling myself, but get a real estate professional. Do not try to go at it by yourself from another state on another website that's not a professional real estate website.
So to get a professional in the state in which you're trying to
where
buy,
you're trying to relocate, yeah.
and how do you find that, and how do you know a reputable one?
Excellent question, Bob. So much like everybody loves to do, you can go on one of everyone's favorite apps like Zillow or Realtor.com, and there's a little search box specifically for agents. So even if I have clients, like let's say that you and James wanted to relocate, and you're like, we've decided Alaska, we're retiring to Alaska. Yeah. We need to find a house there right away. A cabin in the woods that you have to take a seaplane to get to.
Yeah.
I would say, okay, Bob, let me help you find an agent up there. One, I can get a referral fee out of it by giving that agent a buyer client. Two, it gives me the opportunity as a real estate professional to talk to and kind of vet and interview the other professionals. So I am a real estate professional that you trust. Mm-hmm. So you send me out to kind of do the interview of the agents. So what I first look for when I'm looking for referral agents in other states, I look for other broker owners like me who own their own company, who I think are going to have a little bit more pride in their work because they've built something for themselves. They have a little bit more flexibility with what they can charge and how they're going to work because they work for themselves.
Sure.
So I always look at those people first. And then reviews are no joke. It's difficult to collect good reviews. So if people have a lot of really good reviews, those have to come from somewhere. You can't really just leave yourself 1,000 reviews. They have to be from all different email addresses. Yeah. So you start combing through the reviews, see if you like them, and then you call them on the phone and have a list of questions ready and say, this is what I'm trying to do. How would you handle this? What can I expect?
But you
if I hire you?
could use your somebody that you know, like Jessica Martin or me, or no, not me. Somebody
it's not
else.
too late for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get your real estate license.
Sure. This is the new thing.
It only takes 60 hours, Bob. Get your
60
license.
hours, yeah, really. Mm-hmm. And can you see, I'm not good
Can you imagine with Bob's decision-making problems, his indecision?
Bob,
Well,
what should
you could
I
probably
do?
get $2,000 more.
Come on, folks. Come on. Follow me right in here. Look at this bathroom. It's got a handle on the toilet. Look.
Look how good it flushes.
Look at how good it flushes. It's International Toilet Day. A shout out to Kenny Stomsky.
Stop it.
Yeah, no,
International Toilet Day. I love it.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I got to make sure that I've got the right. Is it national or international?
Oh.
World Toilet Day.
World Toilet Day.
Oh,
All right.
Mother of God.
Shout out to all of you guys who are still using the hole in, in undeveloped countries.
I was going to say,
All right,
I'm thankful for my bidet on Toilet Day.
Yeah. So my question then would be, you call somebody like you and say, Jessica, look, we are thinking about renting for, what if I said that we were thinking about renting for 3 months?
I usually recommend going into one of those fancy apartment complexes if you're going to do short term, because they're expensive, but they do short term leases. So you can get a 3-month, a 6-month, a 9-month, or a 12-month. It's going to be more expensive per month.
The longer you stay, it's
cheaper. Cheaper. They want you to lock in. Most places want a 1-year lease, but you can look at Airbnb for short-term rentals, and you can go into a fancy apartment complex. Most of the fancy apartment complexes now allow for pets. They have dog parks. They have gyms. They have all that stuff. So if you're trying to come to an area, have everything you need for one price tag, and then look for a home to buy or something more permanent to rent, that's a good option.
Well, here's, I'm going to tell you what we're doing, and no judgment on this part. Okay.
You're leaving the country?
No. No, we are not leaving. I have to continue to do my stuff. I need to be creative, and I need to be creative wherever I am. But we need a safety net. We felt that for us as LGBTQIA folks, I know that I just need some kind of safety net. And we have always talked about going and having a new adventure in some way.
Yeah.
You know, for years I've been talking about spending 6 months in Europe and 6 months here or whatever.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be Europe.
Okay.
But as you all know, I think I talked about it on the show, because my father is was a Canadian citizen and was an American, as well. Canada offers citizenship to Americans whose parents were born in Canada.
Sean has that with Ireland, yes.
Yeah. And so
registration by birth, they call it, or something. Citizen registered by birth.
So to assuage my spouse and to help in the situation, my own situation, we have started a process where I will have dual citizenship.
Awesome.
And it's kind of a thing with Canada.
That's awesome.
And I said, well, where are we going to go or whatever?
Right.
And so you look, where are we going to spend a couple of months a year?
Yeah.
To enjoy that life, or
and I
to
hope
learn.
You're going in the summer, because you know it just is colder up there, right?
No, we love the winter.
Oh, you do?
You're kidding.
You like
Give
the
me
cold.
A fireplace and the snow of the winter. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So at any rate, we're having passport pictures taken because they require all of this sort of stuff.
Yep.
And I've been looking. We've chosen Quebec City.
Okay.
Because we know Quebec City. The Robards
Do you know
part
French?
of my and je parle français un peu, but avec un accent terrible. But I can read it and I can write it a little bit. So, and you know, why not give that opportunity, that gene in me to sort of whatever. And we know Quebec City because we've been there several times.
Okay.
And it's close enough so that we could come back for our doctors. I could come back for whatever and be a part of this.
Yes.
Okay. And so I found some rental places.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Oh, you were asking. This all circles back to
Well,
Bob
no,
was asking for
I
himself.
I don't.
He doesn't want to get scammed in Canada.
Yeah. So answer that question. Scamming in another country or
international.
what?
Excellent question. I was unprepared for the international leg of this question, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of research for you, but I bet I can still help you maybe vet someone or point you in a good direction for a rental agent.
Yeah.
But that's what you do. You look at Canadian reviews. I mean, they've got the same systems in place that we have here. I think it's the most similar real estate market to the way that we do things here, because Europe is like the Wild West. They do not do things like we do it here with real estate.
They're doing something in Portugal, incidentally, that they're saying that you can buy a property in Portugal, and after 5 years you get Portugal citizenship. Believe it or not.
Whoa!
Oh, isn't that incredible?
Interesting.
A lot of countries offer retirement visas too.
I was going to say, do you get to keep your American citizenship as well, or are you expatting when you do that?
No,
so it would be a dual citizenship?
I think dual citizenship. Now, whether the next administration is going to allow dual citizenship is not. If they don't, then we make decisions.
Got
or
it.
Whatever.
Got it.
But and so don't be writing me and saying, how dare you leave the country or whatever, or you know, you got to understand that somebody who is 80 years old trying to come up with the next great adventure in their life.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome.
You know, and figuring it out so that I can still be on this wonderful show. I can still participate and still create for Westfield.
Yes.
And have a say and be close enough so that I can be here. And because you know, the other
you can actually take the train from down there to Springfield. So.
Oh yeah, it's ideal. And Canada has, or Quebec City for me, my father and my mother were born, or their family is right outside of Quebec City.
Yeah, that's
and
excellent.
That
so you're going back to your roots.
In a sense, you know, I started to get, you know, this is interesting. You know, after all these months and a year of being anxious, I had 1 or 2 days. I've gone since back to anxiety. You know, when reality comes to push comes to shove.
Just unplug it.
You know, yeah. I sort of I had this thought when I was driving one day, and all of a sudden, this curtain lifted in my life, and it made for a joy. So I came home to my spouse, who has been very depressed, and I told him, and there was joy there as well.
Got it. So
now the idea,
Canadian
with everything,
vacation.
with everything. The new administration, our next great adventure, it all has to be weighed with who we are and where we are in our lives.
Yeah.
And so at any rate, I got to talk to you about this because I'd be very interested. I found believe it or not, we stayed in a bed and breakfast on the Grand Allée in Quebec City. Across the street was from where we stayed. When we were there, I said, "Oh my God, look at that! St. Anthony's watching over." This is my spiritual side, okay, my metaphorical spiritual side. There's this building that has a St. Anthony thing up. Turns out to be an apartment building.
Oh, I love it! You're going to live in the St. Anthony apartments.
Yeah. No, they're not called that. But all of a sudden online, I look and they're offering an apartment.
Yes.
And with the dollar in Canada, it's $1.39 for every dollar. So it's actually a really pretty good thing for
exchange,
America for now. But at any rate, I thought, wow, the stars are aligning in a certain way. And James wanting to have a community of some sort. Yeah. But, you know, building a community is the other thing, and that's very hard when you're leaving or you're going someplace else.
Somewhere new.
And my age and my advanced age, we've got to look at lots of stuff. But I think that idea of taking a break, 2 or 3 months.
I love it. How soon do you want to go?
Well, but depending on who you talk to, it could be, if you're talking
You'd
to
go
James,
tomorrow?
it would be next week, but it's not happening.
Got it.
No. I would probably think, I don't know. I have no idea, but I need to, I've got some miles to go before I sleep. Pumpkin Fest is happening. Our planning, we got Decemberfest this year, we got Decemberfest next year. Our Community Arts Center, our Creative Arts Center, has never been more active. We've got the Westfield Puerto Rican Association, who are they're coming down and having some meetings there as well and stuff. So I got a lot happening, a lot to measure. But at any rate, hey, this is a great song from Wisconsin. Peter, would you play that Wisconsin song? It's so good. It is this
good.
Marva
Whitney.
It's Whitney Houston?
No, Marva Whitney.
Oh, Marva Whitney.
Rob doesn't know what song
Things
you play.
got to get better.
Things got to get better. It's a really kind of hopeful song. So listen to this. Here it goes.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Wow, how are you, everyone? WestfieldOnWeekends.com is where to go for all the December Fest activities that are beginning. Actually, today,
what starts today?
Yeah, well, it actually started yesterday. Our Tree Jubilee has opened up online.
Tree Jubilee?
At Roots Athletic Center up on it's on Roots Road, which is off of, what's that road, Peter. You go left on the highway and the landlocked road. What is it that you go over near where the Westfield Gas and Electric is?
Turnpike Industrial Road, and it's
what do they call that?
Lockhouse Road.
What is it?
Lockhouse
Road.
It's where the old locks used to be for the canal.
Yeah, you got to go there to see the wonderful, wonderful trees and displays and table settings that are part of this. Now, every tree has something attached to it, or some prizes attached to it. And one of the trees, the Westfield Gas and Electric tree, I might add, who is always there for us at Westfield on weekends, has, I think, $500 worth of bill of gas or there, and they have all these other things. There's a tree that has more than $250 worth. My wine tree. There's a table setting that is so incredible that Diana McLean from Shortstop designed, that has tablecloth, place settings, hats that she's made, all for a New Year's Eve.
She's
festival.
a heck of a party decorator.
Oh my God, you got to see
Diana
it.
Is, yeah.
Oh my gosh, and there are just some wonderful trees. Smithland has done an incredible tree. If you're a bird lover, there are. The Sullivan family, which continues to honor Kevin Sullivan with their Kevin's tree that has lots of certificates. There are, and you go online, and what you can do, you can see them in person, or you can go online to WestfieldOnWeekends.com, and you can you
bid, right?
You bid. No, you don't. You don't bid. It's a raffle.
Oh.
So you buy tickets, and you're able to put as many tickets as you want
for the tree of your choice.
And it's all done with a company that we pay to make sure that it's safe and there's no one drawing tickets, and say, "Oh, yes."
So because I know
random.
Bob, I can't get my ticket drawn for the tree of my choice.
I wish I could. Oh gosh, but you're able to do this, and all of the money supports all of the Westfield on Weekends programming throughout the next year, which includes Decemberfest. And I got to tell you, you have to plan. If you're around on December 15th, okay, here at the Senior Center, we are bringing back Bob's. The Fractured Christmas Carol is Uncommon Christmas Carol is coming back.
Oh no!
Yes, and we are doing a performance at the Senior Center. Peter? Tell everybody about this. Why did you say "oh no"?
Because I've been to it.
Yeah, and what do you think?
It's quite funny, actually. You guys play out the story of Tiny Tim and et al.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny because it's never the same thing twice.
Never the same. Kathy Palmer wrote this script.
I love it.
And we started doing it straight, and then I couldn't help but ad-lib. And then we started all the ad-lib, and then we added all these sounds. It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
So it's an improv Christmas production?
It's sort of it. Well, there's
sort of an outline.
There's a script.
There's an outline.
Yeah, and you don't lose the poignancy of this. Strangely enough, there's still this story of redemption. And, you know, at one point, this time I'm playing Harvey, the long-lost relative of Charles Dickens, who has his version of the tale.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't remember
You remember Harvey Dickens?
But yes, I would like to meet him, so maybe we'll come.
See, that's the idea. Trying to find something that is light and laughable, and it's great for children as well.
Oh, good.
So we're doing
Family
one
friendly.
Performance. It's a command performance on September 15th at the Senior Center.
December.
Did I say
September?
September phone. Jesus.
Fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Please help me,
We're
God.
here to help you.
At any rate, you can buy your tickets online. I don't know if they're up there, but go to westfieldandweekends.com. We have an incredible exhibit that's going to happen. It's an installation downtown based on Robert Frost's poem, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. And we have the incredible artwork of Marie Cranevan, James Johnson Corwin, a wonderful young photographer named Jacob Flaron.
Wonderful.
Okay. And Kathy Guidetti, who teaches watercolor, an award-winning watercolorist, are all, what we've done is we've taken, here's Stopping by the Woods at a Snowy Evening, which is that I have miles to go before I sleep. Yeah. It's such a beautiful poem.
Story of my life.
Yeah. And, whose woods are these? I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping to watch his woods fill up with snow. Oh, my gosh.
Beautiful.
It's and going to end the whole, there are trees all over the place that are going to be bedecked. We're working with Colleen Bresnahan florists, and there are going to be live urns and stuff. There are going to be, it's going to be beautiful. We have a children's event that is happening, that it's a children's Christmas party with the, what is the Tower Princess? Do you know the Tower Princess?
Rapunzel?
Well, I guess it might be Rapunzel. I don't know. Does Disney have a handle on the name Rapunzel?
Let down your long hair?
Yeah.
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel and her prince.
Tower.
Okay.
Rob will get a copyright violation for this for sure.
Am I not supposed to say that, Princess?
No, well, I think, how could Rapunzel is I think that's a regular fairy we can bring of a prince,
right?
A fairy tale.
Isn't she from Grimm?
She is from Grimm, the Grimm fairy tales. At any rate, she was locked in a tower and she grew her hair.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of how long has your hair ever grown?
This hair is as long as it gets. I'd like it to get a little bit longer, but I don't do a lot of hair cutting, and this is about what you get.
You've never had it below your waist, or so that Sean could hang it down from a tower and he could
climb up. No, I always have to knot the bed sheets for him.
I always wondered about that. How does it work that you are able to climb up someone's hair without pulling her head off of her head?
I think you could hold the hair.
It's princess magic.
You can hold yourself. You don't have to just stick your head over the side.
Yeah.
You can hold on to your hair and offset the weight on yourself.
Is Rapunzel the one who...
Her mother is envious of her. Maleficent, I think. Is it Maleficent?
She's the weaver, but is she... Who's spinning the gold for the goblin?
Rumpelstiltskin.
You've got your...
Rapunzel and Rumpelstiltskin.
They're not the same.
No.
They're not in the same story together?
No, they're not.
Who's the princess in Rumpelstiltskin?
Who is the princess in Rumpelstiltskin? That's a question.
That's a trivia question.
Is there a princess?
Yeah.
He's spinning gold.
Yes.
And he's selling them.
Yeah, maybe she's not a princess.
I used to watch that wonderful show. What was the name of that show that was on television that had all the characters living together? Was it Once Upon a Time?
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. You gotta see it.
It was like a sitcom with live action, right?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was a cartoon?
No, it wasn't a cartoon. They had live people playing.
Okay, so it was
playing
live
different
action.
characters. So the evil, they all lived in a land where they were imprisoned. Then they were modern, but all of a sudden they lived in storybook land or whatever. But they lived in this town where the mayor of the town was actually the prince from Snow White.
Okay.
And so their stories were all intertwined, and sometimes, it's really a kind of a really good take on it. Watch it. You can see it
Once
on
Upon a Time.
Once
Okay.
Upon a Time. And they had a spin-off that failed about Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, which was Alice in Wonderland
That
stuff.
makes sense. Yeah.
But so you go to Decemberfest. Oh, and incidentally, the mayor's tree lighting happens on Small Business Saturday.
Nice.
By the way, they're putting up the tree today.
Are they on the where?
On the new location.
Where does the Westfield tree come from?
The Westfield tree is synthetic.
Oh, we just store it away every year. I like
Westfield
that.
Gas
No
and
trees.
Electric
Gas
store
Electric puts it away. Yeah.
No trees are damaged in the
No,
lighting
no
of the
trees.
Westfield Christmas
However,
tree.
there
I
is
like
going to
it.
be there's going to be, from what I know, the mayor's office is doing the tree lighting, and Westfield on weekends helps the mayor's office to produce that event.
Love it.
The mayor decided this year to move the tree, and it's all been. You can
People
go
are up in
online.
arms.
Oh my
it's
God, they're
not,
going
so
back.
the tree always used to be on the green, yes?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But there are reasons for it, and the
Where are we
reasons
moving
are all having to do with
It's going
safety.
to be the new park next to PVTA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's downtown. We're going to have the tree lighting.
It's actually in a better spot because it's right in the middle of the downtown businesses.
Yeah.
nice,
And
yeah.
it's the tree lighting, which will have the Westfield High School Choir, the Westfield High School Pep Band, the arrival of Santa and Mrs. Claus,
Excellent.
are all happening there. It's a different situation that we're working out. We're going to have some surprises. There's going to be cocoa provided by Mount Moriah, the lodge, and we are really excited about it. But for folks who are clinging to the past or whatever, there are reasons for it, and half of it has to do with safety and expense, and that is the thing. And so they're going back and forth, and my name is being bandied about and whatever. Like
It's
look,
Bob.
I got yelled at by
It's-
a few people.
It's
Yeah.
Bob Plass's fault they moved the tree. Is that what we're saying? Mm-hmm. Is that what Facebook's saying?
yeah. And I don't.
I got yelled at too about it. It was like people are yelling at me. Like,
Yo, did they go to you as well, Pete?
yeah, because I have to do sound for that because JP's not available.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And it's an incredible thing. Like you sort of say, well, okay. And then they say, well, how do you get involved? Well, you could get involved by getting on a committee. And we could, and then they go, oh, you can't get into Westfield on weekends. I know it, etc. I was on there 20 years ago. You were on there when we didn't know what we were doing. At any rate,
Got it worked
I
out
am
now.
so excited for our town that we also have a cultural district designation that happened this week. The news is out. You'll read all about it in the paper. Westfield on weekends, Artworks Westfield, the Westfield Athenaeum, the Westfield Children's Museum, the Westfield Theater Group, representatives of businesses downtown. We're all part of a process working with the Massachusetts Cultural Council. It's not the Westfield Cultural Council, it's the Government Cultural Council. We have now an official designation that Westfield has an official cultural district. And with that comes financial support.
Awesome.
To do marketing for our downtown, as well as all kinds of opens up opportunities for us in lots of different ways. And the Massachusetts Cultural Council and the Westfield Cultural Council have supported so much. They were here, they walked through our town, they're thrilled about Westfield on weekends being right there in the center, right across from Elm Street Plaza. They saw Elm Street Plaza and they loved it. We walked through all the kinds of things, so you can read all about that, probably on the website at Westfield, at the city of Westfield, and in the newspaper, etc. And we're happy to be a part of that. But again, it's one of those things that is so exciting for our town. So I'm thrilled, and we'll go forward from there. Hey, I want to play, oh God, I love this song. This is Life is Just a Bowl of Cherries. This is Judy Garland. Judy Garland's voice is, well, it's unparalleled. She's one of the best singers. You like Judy Garland.
Beautiful voice, yeah.
Beautiful voice. This is
crazy
her
lady, though, right?
Well, kind of crazy. She had a rough life.
Yeah, that's
my God.
That makes it all more interesting.
Holy mother of God. But you know what? She actually was responsible for the Stonewall, the LGBTQI rising. The Stonewall Rising took place on the anniversary of Judy Garland's death or something. It was it's all wrapped up together. At any rate, This is her version of Life is Just a Bowl of Cherries. So live it, love it, and think nothing of it. You can't live without it. There's no two ways about it. Live and laugh at it all. Here's Judy Garland. I'll see you soon. We'll be back.
Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. Life's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Keep repeating it's the berries. The strongest oak must fall. The best things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries. So live and laugh at it all. Keep repeating it's the berries. You know the strongest oak has gotta fall. The sweet things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you never owned? Life is just a bowl of cherries. So live it, love it, wiggle your ears and think nothing of it. You can't do without it. There's no two ways about it. You live and you laugh at it
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio. 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Well, it is Tuesday where you are, November 19th, 2024, and counting.
Wow.
Earlier we were watching the
yeah, go ahead,
SpaceX's launch.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, on Wednesday, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they're going to be launching Starship again. That's that big 300-plus foot tall rocket.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
The big one from Texas?
Yeah. Is this the one that comes down into the gantry or whatever?
Yes, they might try to catch both the top and the bottom.
Wow. And so that's 5 o'clock today. No, on my
5
birthday.
5 o'clock on Wednesday.
November 20th.
Yes.
To celebrate my birthday, they're sending up a rocket.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You've earned it.
Yeah. Oh, I have earned it. Holy Mother of God! What is the birthday that you most remembered?
Oh gosh, my 40th birthday was pretty good. My birthday last year, I can't even remember what we did. I'll try to think of it. But the birthday before that was when Sean surprised me with Hamilton, so that was quite memorable.
Oh,
quite memorable.
Oh my
totally
God.
awesome.
Yeah. James tells in one of his books about the his birthday party where his brother his friends kidnapped him. His brother and they kidnapped him and they brought him to a party, his only party ever.
I love
it. And he went on, his brother went off a diving board and broke a tooth or whatever, or a tooth came out or whatever, and they had to take him off in an ambulance or something.
What a birthday.
It was the last birthday that he had that was just so traumatic for his parents would not have birthday parties for him.
What are you going to do to celebrate your birthday this year? And same question to you. What is your most memorable birthday? Do you try to do you do like a counting on your birthday? Like try to be like, what am I going to do the next year? And what am I going to... Well, you like take stock of things. Instead of New Year's, we try to do that in my friend group. We try to do our birthday like New Year's. Like that's when you make your resolution for the next year instead of on January 1st.
Do you give an explanation for your choice of resolution or whatever?
I don't think, I think they're self-explanatory. Like we often also do things like, we're going to listen to more instrumental music, like things that are just like easy. Like this is the year that I'm going to listen to more jazz. This is just like something
I'm going to wear more of the color puce.
Yeah, like is that green? Is puce green?
I don't know. I refuse to wear anything with a name like that.
some sort of change that you're making yourself actively aware of. Well, like Canada's a huge one. Like I'm going to travel to Canada several times this year and spend more time there.
Yeah.
Just to sort of.
So I don't do that on my birthday so much. It's really kind of interesting. I don't even in terms of birthdays. Well, I remember a birthday party that my friends back in the 80s threw for me, and it was a surprise, and it was downtown Hartford, and I kind of got gist of it, and I had to pretend that I was surprised when it wasn't. And the idea that I really don't enjoy birthday surprises and all that sort of stuff.
I don't think anybody really likes being surprised.
It's not. And quite honestly, that the idea of we're going to celebrate your birthday, give me something to, I don't know, say something nice, contribute, donate to some good cause. Might be Westfield on Weekends, incidentally. You can donate on westfieldonweekends.com.
Yeah.
Plant a tree and whatever. Somebody's
You're ringing,
calling.
Bob.
That's Hollywood calling me right now.
Hollywood's
on my
calling.
birthday. Yeah. But what do we have planned for my birthday? Well, we're getting our passport pictures taken.
That's exciting and fun. But like, what are you going to do to celebrate though? Are you going to have a nice meal? Are you going to go get a back massage? Are you going to you gotta do something?
James comes up with something. We'll probably go out to dinner somewhere.
Okay.
That night and use one of our coupons or whatever.
Oh, a coupon. Coupon dinner on your birthday. How special.
Oh, yeah. Really.
Coupon. It's a coupon.
A coupon.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. Well, we want to save or I don't know. He would like to go to the Federal, but the Federal is closed.
I know. What a devastation.
What is that about?
What a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. It was so good.
What? And is there any chance that it's going to reopen at all? Federal was in Agawam.
Somebody said the Federal group ran out of money or something?
They've got 2 other restaurants in Longmeadow that I know of. So you can go to Posto if you want to. The Posto menu is delicious, and they have those risotto balls from the Federal.
Really?
And the food is outstanding.
What is the name of Posto?
Posto. Yeah. I don't love the atmosphere. I think it's a little too noisy. Like, it's not somewhere you'd go for an intimate meal, but the food is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good one. And then I haven't been because everyone's just complained about how expensive it is, but they have a taco restaurant as well. And they're like, it's $24 for tacos. That's crazy.
So the Federal closed in February for renovations and is now listed for sale.
Oh, we could buy it, Jessica.
Could buy it. You want to buy a restaurant?
No.
Building's 162 years old.
You could sell it.
And
This is for you.
They want $1 million for it.
They want $1 million for it.
For the real estate and not for the business, right? So
yeah.
then,
So can you do that as a realtor?
I do commercial stuff. Yeah, I don't. It's not my preference. It's not as.
Could
it's
you
not
find
as
somebody
fulfilling.
to? We know a lot of restaurants.
I know a lot of restaurant people. I just had a beautiful dinner in Boston with a friend. Opened a new restaurant on the 7th, and we had our wedding anniversary on the 13th. So we went there to a brand new restaurant to have dinner. So. We know some restaurant folks.
You want to tell everybody?
We went to Zorrito, which is
Zorrito.
Part
Sounds
of the
like
BCB restaurant group. Spain Spanish. Zurito, and it means a small glass of beer in English.
Oh.
And they own another restaurant that's a Korean restaurant called Somek, which is also a small glass of beer.
Oh, really?
Somaek, Somek.
And they're in which part of Boston?
So right on the Common, and they're across from each other. Like, one is on Temple Street and one is on Charles Street. So you can walk right across the Common and be at either of those restaurants. Right. They have a Japanese record bar. They're a really cool restaurant group. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I wonder, I think probably James will take me to some place like the Coach Stop up in Heartland.
Well, at least it's, rustic and romantic. It's a little...
Coach Stop is out by the top of the reservoir, Buckhamstead Reservoir.
Granville? Is it Granville?
Yeah, it's really kind of wonderful. And they have a center fireplace that has 3 or 4 sides to it, and they're always blazing.
Yeah, with the fireplace going.
It's really lovely. But
if you guys want to make the trip to Simsbury, it's not super far for you guys, too. There's some really great fancy restaurants in Simsbury.
Abigail's or one of those places.
Metro B and Present Company and Millwrights, all wonderful restaurants. Yeah. Metro B is the chef from the Food Schmooze. You must know that.
The Food Schmooze?
Yeah, Faith Middleton from NPR.
Faith Middleton.
Isn't that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So her co-host, I don't know if he's still on. I haven't listened to that show or know that it's still on in a long time. I've been listening to audiobooks in my car so long I haven't listened to the NPR. But Chris Prosperi, who used to be her chef co-host on that show for years and years and years, his restaurant is in Simsbury. It's wonderful.
And what's the name of it?
Metro B.
Metro B.
B-I-S, yeah, like French. Metro B.
Oh, Metro B-I-S. It's a French restaurant?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh, my God. How much money if we have one drink? Each. I'm going to have a non-alcoholic.
I was going to say, even if you're having a mocktail, those are like $8 to $12 now, right, on menus.
Yeah.
I would say if you want to have a nice time, if James is going to have some wine or a cocktail and you're going to have a few courses, you're probably going to spend $200 for 2 people. Yeah. But it's your birthday.
$200.
Bob, we went out.
It's your birthday, Bobby.
We went out on a road trip yesterday, Christy and I.
Yeah.
We went to a chain.
Yeah.
Dinner for 2.
Right.
With an appetizer and one drink.
Right.
$79, $80.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding you. The same thing happened. Sean and I went to like a local pub to eat and we ordered the nice dinners. Like he had a steak and I had some lamb chops, but we had no alcohol and we had one appetizer and it was $100.
Holy
I was like, we did not just go to fine dining. What just happened?
Oh my God. So
everything's expensive.
So we went to 99s. I might have even talked about this on the air here, but a couple of weeks back. And James had 4 wines, and I had a Virgin Mary.
A Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary.
A glass of tomato juice is what you had?
Yeah, tomato juice with the, you get the fruit.
He could have had a V8.
I could have had a V8. I would have had a V8. So, get this. So, we ordered the special. So I thought, geez, it's not going to be so much.
Yeah.
James' drinks were $15 each.
Yeah.
And the bill came to $120. $25
at the 99 or
99s?
It's terrible.
Holy mother of God. Oh, God.
By the way, Jessica, are you guys still into breweries and wineries and stuff?
Yeah, we'll check them out for sure.
If you want to take a trip out to Torrington, there's a really cool place called Bad Dog Brewing.
Oh, okay.
That is in the old Torrington Fire Museum.
Oh, that's
So it's
fun.
the original Torrington Firehouse.
Okay.
Some of the museum pieces are still there,
Okay, I know
including
where
a very
that
old
is.
fire truck.
That's wicked
Oh.
fun.
And so they have the stuff from the brewery, but there's also a winery they feature there called
Is it-
Sunset Meadow Vineyards.
Is it the one that's right on the main road when you're driving into Torrington? We've driven by that so many times, and I've never
It's
ever
a
had their wine.
fire department.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fire. It's in an old firehouse.
No, that
what's
sounds awesome.
what's the name of it again?
Bad Dog Brewing.
Dog.
Bad Dog Brewery.
Well,
They're
I'll have to
open
check it out.
Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Oh my God!
awesome.
Speaking of breweries, you introduced this to a brewery that
Oh, it's so good, right?
I was blown away.
The beer's very good there.
Dudleytown?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. What is it called?
Dudleytown.
Dudleytown.
Dudleytown Brewing. In
I haven't
Windsor,
been there yet.
Windsor,
Oh, my God,
Connecticut.
Peter.
And it's not far from Westfield either. It's
Yeah.
maybe 40 minutes from
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. And it's in what city?
Windsor, Connecticut.
Windsor, Connecticut. It's
Yep.
down here near
Right on
the-
Day Hill Road. It's right off the highway. It's easy to get to. It's a really, really great, fun location. They do food trucks. But the important thing is it's a brewery where all the beers are actually really great. They're delicious.
Oh, listen, the non-alcoholic beer was whatever I was having that day. What was I having that day? Well, it was an Athletic or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. Athletic is I think that's widely available. I don't think they make that there.
No, I think.
But
But there
still.
was another one that they had that I tasted that was really terrific.
Did you see the potion that I was drinking? It was like a beautiful Tiffany blue.
Oh, my God, yes. What the heck was that?
So good. It's a blue raspberry lemonade seltzer that they make, and it's just this lovely blue color. Finally, by the end of the night, someone put it in my mind that it's the same color as Hypnotic. I don't know if anybody remembers Hypnotic from the 90s, but very much the same color. It's a Tiffany blue beverage, but it tastes so good. Blue raspberry lemonade. It was
And you didn't
delicious.
have the blue tongue?
No, it did not turn my tongue blue. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So
And I had enough of them to test the theory about
my God, this was so wonderful. And it was celebrating your
it was so great to see you outside of the radio station too.
Yeah. I didn't want to leave.
You
I
should-
did
you
not
should have stayed
want
all
to
night
leave.
long.
Joyce Tuesday and Andy were there, and
Yep.
Nate Sperry, and we had a great time. But there were other people that I didn't know, and we had some great conversations.
It was quite a big party. The turnout was larger than I even expected. I was very, very
well.
pleased.
Everyone loves you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and
Appreciate that. I did
so
feel
when
it
you
that day.
you look out at this expanse of fields,
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah,
this
beautiful
seems
views, yep.
Seems like you're in the middle of nowhere, Peter. That you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're plopped down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when they say it's Dudleytown or whatever, they're saying it looks like.
Yep.
It looks like a civic center or something.
It's beautiful there. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have all kinds of indoor and outdoor. And how about wintertime? Do they have heaters and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so they, if you saw the fire pit they had on in that front patio where we were, and then on the back patio where you have all those beautiful views, they do put those like stand-up heaters out there.
Gotcha.
And then the inside of the brewery is quite large, so if it's too cold outside, you can stay
Peter,
inside.
this is a trip that you have to make.
It's really good.
I want to hear a report.
Sounds cool.
Full review.
I really want to hear a report. All righty, let's take one last break and then come back. Hey, I got to play this. I Got Life, Gavin Creel.
Yeah.
Do you know Gavin Creel?
No,
you know
but
who
I
he
like
is?
the song.
I Got Life. Where's
Yeah.
it from?
Oh,
What musical?
on the spot. Yeah. What?
Oh,
musical?
come on.
I know all the musicals.
I got
Bob. I just
my.
can't ever remember.
I
their
got
names.
my hair. I got my toes. I got my eyes. I got my mouth. I just said the name of the show.
You say it again.
I got my hair. I got my nose. I got
Hair?
My,
Oh, it's hair?
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes,
okay.
it's hair.
That was one that I should know.
Oh God! Holy Mother of
Hair the
God!
musical.
Yeah, Hair the musical was in 1967. It was actually about Vietnam, and it was really what's controversial in its day because at the end of the first act, they disrobe, and they're for like 2 seconds. You see naked bodies.
Nude
It
people.
was the first time, well, other than Oh Calcutta.
And then they go blackout, right?
Yeah, and then there was a blackout. Hopefully there was a blackout because they're all standing in. Diane Keaton was in here in the beginning,
Naked
way
Diane
back
Keaton.
when. Yeah, and there were a lot of other people in that show, and the movie is actually great. But they did a revival, and Gavin Creel, the wonderful Broadway star who died very young at age 48, sings the song I Got Life. But I want to tell you something. I want to recommend to you that you go to YouTube and you put in, I did a reel about this the other night, you put in Gavin Creel, Walk On Through. Walk On Through, it's called. Okay. Confessions of a Museum Novice. Now, it sounds really highfalutin. Gavin Creel was commissioned to write the music, and he produced a show all about the fact that he had never been to a museum in his life. Wow. So it's one pop song after another that he has written, and he stars in with some other folks. It is phenomenal, and it's on YouTube now. It's Gavin Creel, Walk On Through. And if you like just modern music, great, wonderful pop songs, and they're not, there's an element of Stephen Sondheim, there's an element of, what's his name, the guy that wrote Hamilton, it's all around. Yep. This wonderful man who starred in so many Broadway shows, including Hair and Hello, Dolly, won the Tony and all of that business, had a future ahead of him and would have been wonderful, died of some rare cancer. And he was so loving, and so at any rate, I wanted to play a song to remember him, and that was sort of saying, well, what do we got? We've got life. And that's where we are today. So this is I Got Life, Gavin Creel.
I got life, mother. I got laughs, sister. I got freedom, brother. I got good times, man. I got crazy ways, daughter. I got $1 million charm, cousin. I got headaches and toothaches and bad times too, like you. I got my hair, I got my head, I got my brains, I got my ears, I got my eyes, I got my nose, I got my mouth, I got my teeth. I got my tongue, I got my chin, I got my neck, I got my tits, I got my heart, I got my soul, I got my back, I got my ass. I got my arms, I got my hands, I got my fingers, got my legs, I got my feet, I got my toes, I got my liver, got my blood, I got life, mother, I got laughs, sister, I got freedom, brother, I got good times, man, I got crazy ways, daughter, I got $1 million charm, cousin, I got headaches and toothaches and bad times too, like you and you. I got my hair, I got my head, I got my brains, I got my ears, I got my eyes, I got my nose, I got my mouth, I got my teeth, I got my tongue, I got my chin, I got my neck, I got my tits, I got my heart, I got my soul, I got my back, I got my ass, I got my arms, I got my hands, I got my fingers, got my legs, I got my feet, I got my toes, I got my liver, got my blood, I got my guts, got my muscle, I got life, 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 life.
And you got a lot of nerve, baby.
And I'm gonna spread it around the world, mother. Yeah, I'm gonna spread it around the world, sister. Yeah, I'm gonna spread it around the world, my brother. So everybody knows what I got.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. one of the nation's largest Ace dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rocky's. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at Rockies.com.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday. You know, it's always a pleasure to have a wonderful person sitting next to you.
I feel the same.
Oh, my God. I honest to God, some people...
Apparently I'm chopped liver.
Oh, no! Peter!
We take Peter for granted because he's always here with us.
Yeah. He's very important to us.
I know. Couldn't do any of this without him.
The idea here is that having somebody who supports you in every way beside you,
yes,
and understands you without judging or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this woman, we've put her through hell as a realtor.
I'm over it. It's been a few years. I'm okay now.
You want to come to Thanksgiving dinner with her family?
Therapy. Yes, I would love it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be right there.
Her PTSD has subsided.
I can help moderate your political discussion at your Thanksgiving table.
Oh,
what are you doing for Thanksgiving? How do you guys celebrate?
Good news.
Yeah.
We are going to somewhere else. We're going with Dennis and Michael, our friends,
Excellent.
to Judy and Ron's house.
I love it.
Here in town.
Love
and there are our older friends, the 86 and 80. Oh, it's interesting that well, they're not that much older than I am now, but at any rate, they're great readers and artists. They're both of them they paint and create.
So it sounds like you just named 6, party of 6.
Just party of 6 as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I'm making my roasted vegetables. And James, I think, maybe making his rum balls or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. And Dennis, they're doing the turkey and we're bringing everything.
The sides. Yep, that's great.
You know, and so it's lovely. And the idea that I can get up in the morning and watch the Macy's St. Patrick's Day Parade and just sort
Thanksgiving
Day
Parade.
I was going to say they're going to show the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Thanksgiving.
Oh, is it?
That's
I always
crazy.
call that Macy's St. Patrick's Day Parade.
There's
only one parade as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Holy Mother of God.
Bob will be looking for his Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
I remember the year. I think we talked about it once about I was going to march in the St. Patrick, the Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Parade?
My friend Gary Stavello was in charge of all of the balloons and stuff.
Super fun. You were going to hold the string?
I was going to hold the string, and I had been assigned Clifford the big red
that
dog.
Sounds amazing.
Okay, and I said, "Oh, this is going to be great. I've got Clifford and I are going to we're going to hold this." And then they told me I had to get up at 5 a.m. and the parade didn't kick off until 10 or 11.
And that was the end.
It was like the
St.
Patrick's Day parade. I said, "This is it. No. To walk by and hold a balloon.
Like, I'm not doing it.
Forget it. I'm not doing it." So unfortunately, I'm going to have to forget that one.
Your beauty rest was more important than saying, "I marched in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade."
Oh my God! It really is true. Hey, today's Rocky and Bullwinkle Day.
Oh.
You watch Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I did when I was a kid.
Peter loved Rocky and Bullwinkle.
It was still on like the Cartoon Express when I was a kid, so I definitely.
Edward Everett Horton, right? Was the voice of Peter's. Oh, listen.
Moose and squirrel.
And who was the woman?
Natasha.
And
who
Boris.
Boris Badenov.
Oh, that's deep for me.
Yeah. Was there anybody else? There was another character that we need to.
Natasha. And
Wasn't there the Mountie, the Canadian Mountie?
Oh gosh! And wasn't there Mr. Peebles or something?
Mr.
Peabody, but he's in a different show.
That was a different thing.
Oh, that's a different show.
Yeah.
They were all part of the fractured fairy tales.
Is it Professor Peabody or Mr. Peabody? Isn't he a scientist?
Oh no! I think he had a little boy. There was a big
Mr.
guy.
Peabody in the Wayback
That's
Machine.
Simon Simon had the glasses.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Fractured
Same
Fairy
era.
Tales. Holy mother God. I really love that. I really love that. Let's see what else. Women's Entrepreneurship Day.
Ooh, that's me. I celebrate that today.
Yeah, we're celebrating with you.
Yes, excellent. I'm gonna really.
God, there are those Fractured Fairy Tales.
I'm gonna take myself out today and celebrate.
Yeah.
Bob, you should play this before you do your Christmas show.
Oh, that is a very good idea, Peter. Oh my God, yes. Jessica,
I'll give you the clip.
Incidentally, I love your hair. We always talk about your hair.
We have in the past talked about my hair. Today it's
you're
positive.
letting it go natural?
I am.
With a little help from
I'm growing out the gray, baby.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It's
and you said that you're going to grow it down and then you're going to allow me to crawl
climb up. Yes.
You're going to do neck sack.
I'm doing my neck workouts at the gym so I can strengthen my neck in order to support you climbing my long braid.
Oh my God help us.
For when I'm imprisoned in a tower.
If you want a fractured fairy tale.
And a tongue twister.
Go to the westfieldonweekends.com. Read all about my Uncommon Christmas Carol that's happening on December 15th. You're going to have a good time. You'll also have a great time at the Tree Jubilee. Go and see it in person up there at Roots. It's really something in person. Just beautiful. Jubilee. And we've got it's snowing now in the place. We've got these snowflakes happening and all that sort of stuff. Thanks to James Johnson Corwin and Lisa Sunderland Burns. Lisa Sunderland Burns is as I call her, a force of nature behind the Tree Jubilee.
I love it.
Which makes some money for Westfield on Weekends to be able to produce all kinds of wonderful events. Peter, how much more time do we have?
You're right on time. You should go on the next couple of minutes.
I should go out in the next couple of minutes. You know, this is so funny. Todd Rundgren, do you know who he is?
Why do I know that name?
Bang a drum all day.
Oh.
Do you know Bang the Drum All Day?
No.
Todd Rundgren was, what was he, 60s?
Rundgren.
No, I think
70s.
70s. His music is so good.
Okay.
And my favorite song, one of all time, which I'm not going to play incidentally,
we're going to talk about it, but not play it.
Is Hello, It's Me. I love that song. I never listened to the lyrics. For all these years, my 80-some-odd years or 60-some-odd years since, I don't know, whatever it was, 40 years ago, I'm listening to the Hello, It's Me, and I love the song. I never learned the lyrics. I never listened to the lyrics. And then I only thought that Todd Rundgren had one hit. Well, I started to listen to all of these wonderful songs by Todd Rundgren. We Got to Get You a Woman and all those. Oh, my God.
You know he's the adopted dad of Liv Tyler, right?
Is he? No, you're kidding me.
Yes.
Holy mother, I didn't know that.
Yep. Wow.
Well, at any rate, I said, I got to play a Todd Rundgren song for me, and I was going to play Hello,
And not this one?
What is this? Oh, my God. What is this?
Peter's dancing. I like it.
It's a Polish song.
No.
It's
Bang a Drum All Day.
Oh, Bang the Drum All Day. No, I'm going to play because I thought it fit in. I thought it fit into our theme today.
Yes.
I Saw the Light. Because that we all have to look for the light where we are in our lives on both sides of the aisle. We got to find the light that will inspire us. We've got to see the light in each other's eyes. That's my thought. And so I want to go out there. I love you, Jessica Martin. Jessica Martin Realty.
Yes.
Jessica Martin Hives at Facebook. Any other place that we can find you?
No, you can find me right here with you on the third Tuesday of the month, baby.
I cannot wait for the next one. We'll celebrate Christmas together.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Peter Coles, thank you for our conversation. Really
always,
important.
Bob. Yeah.
And we'll see everybody. This is Todd Rundgren, my favorite. I've got to learn the lyrics to the songs I love.
You do?
Yeah, I Saw the Light.
That's your birthday. Birthday resolution.
My